Biniam Girmay, an Eritrean cyclist making history, and the first black African rider to ever win a World Tour stage. This is the story of Biniam Girmay. Biniam was born on April 2nd in the year of 2000 in Asmara, Eritrea. Biniam's cousin, Meron Teshome, introduced him to the world of cycling, and in 2018, he enrolled in the World Cycling Center for his second junior year. During that time, he achieved a remarkable feat by winning 3 junior cycling championships in Africa, which included the road race, time trial, and team time trial. Additionally, he emerged victorious in the first stage of the Albel Timemeister Stavelot, triumphing over the favored Remco Evenepoel. Biniam achieved his first professional victory in 2019 as a member of the Eritrea national team during the third stage of the La Tropicale Amisa Bongo race. This incredible feat made him one of the first cyclists born in the 2000s to win a professional cycling race. He continued to excel, even beating experienced riders such as Joseph Eruya and Daniel Turek to win Stage 5 of the Tour of Rwanda in a thrilling sprint. It's impressive to see how Girmay excelled in these one-day races and 1.1 level races. Biniam then went on to secure the silver medal in the U23 men's road race at the 2021 UCI Road World Championships in Leuven, Flanders. He made history by becoming the first black African rider to achieve a podium finish in the event's history. Also, let me know in the comment section what you all think of Biniam Girmay. On with the video. Biniam had an impressive start to the 2022 season, achieving success in various races. He emerged victorious in the Stage 2 of the Mallorca Challenge, and also winning the Trofeo de Acudia day race in a sprint finish, and secured 4th place in Stage 6 of Paris-Nice, 10th place at the Milano-Torino, 12th place at the Milano-San Remo, and 5th place at the E3 Saxo Bank Classic. Girmay made history again by scoring a historic victory for the Eritrean and African cycling team at the Gent-Wevelgem. He also won Stage 10 into Jesse at the Giro d'Italia, claiming his first ever Grand Tour stage victory of his career. He also made history by being the first black African rider to win a Grand Tour stage there. It's no wonder why Girmay was voted the African Cyclist of the Year for the 3rd time in a row in 2022. Also, if you're enjoying this video, please smash that like, subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. And with that, let's get on with the video. At the young age of 21, he achieved his greatest accomplishment yet by winning the Gent-Wevelgem race. This victory not only made him the first African to win this prestigious one-day classic, but also the 8th youngest winner in history. His win has brought attention to Eritrea in the cycling world and shown that African cyclists are a force to be reckoned with in the professional peloton. Girmay has since extended his contract with Intermarché Wanty Gobert Martyrolox through 2026. Coming into the 2023 season, Girmay had his eyes on a few goals, one of them, of course, being a Tour de France stage win. In almost all of his sprint stages, Girmay was right there with the best, matching their blazing speeds. These included competitors such as Mark Cavendish, Jasper Philipsen, and more. Girmay managed to come extremely close in many instances, with a top result on the podium of Stage 7 of the Tour. The most notable thing about a potential stage win in the future is that a black rider has never won a stage of the Tour de France, something that Girmay intends to change. Due to some dangerous and unfair moves by Jasper Philipsen, as seen by the fact that he pretty much blocked Girmay off, Girmay was unable to win the 7th stage of the Tour. Both Cavendish and Girmay's teams tried to protest against Jasper Philipsen's win, however, neither could change the results. So, what exactly makes Biniam Girmay as special as he is? There are many strong riders with lots of potential in places similar to where Girmay grew up. However, Girmay has inspired tons of athletes to really chase their dreams, and he really showed them how much is possible if you put your mind to it and really put in the work. Especially in the area where he grew up, bikes were a natural part of their way of life. While mainly used to get places, there are still some like Girmay who choose to chase a professional cycling career. Extremely notable professional rider Chris Froome, who was raised in Africa, stated that, think about it. If you're a kid growing up in the UK, you wouldn't have to look too far to find a local bike club and have organized training sessions, says Froome. In most parts of Africa, those clubs don't exist, so if you're 12 years old, you wouldn't know where to start. One of the big problems that prevents many African riders from competing in the World Tour is getting noticed by teams. Unless they're constantly racing in Europe, the team directors are most likely not going to notice them, leaving them without any way to get into Europe, the region where cycling really flourishes. Cycling Weekly also recently published an article about Girmay's impact on the next generation. As stated earlier, Girmay has really shown the next generation what is possible and how much they can accomplish by putting in the same work that Girmay put in to get into the level that he is at today. Most recently, Girmay was unable to participate in the 2023 UCI World Championships due to a recent crash. He, along with a few other teammates, were also denied visas to get into the UK, which is really unfortunate. There is no doubt that Girmay will continue to shine and inspire those around him. So far, we can assume that Girmay will continue to add to his illustrious career, likely adding a Tour de France stage victory in the coming year. Not only is Girmay an extremely inspiring rider to the next generation, but he also is an extremely strong rider in general. He can compete with some of the best, such as Mark Cavendish, Jasper Philipsen, in sprint finishes, and that's something that not many other riders can match. You can see that he was just up there with all the professional riders, all the top sprinters in the Tour de France, in pretty much all the sprint stages, and that is something that's truly remarkable, and that's what makes him special as a rider. While he doesn't do very well on the climbs and the hillier stages, as with most sprinters, he can certainly compete with the sprinters and compete for those Tour de France stage wins in the future. Another example of Biniam's extreme strength is during the second stage of a Tour de Suisse, he actually ended up winning in a humongous bunch sprint. That's just another example of him really dominating in the pro peloton, especially in those sprint finishes. All in all, Girmay's strength has not only had an impact on the races that he races in, but also to the people around him. You can see that there are so many fans that are inspired by his story and how he rose to greatness, and that's something that is truly inspiring to many, including myself, and that's something that I hope that he continues to do, and I hope that he can continue to excel in his cycling career and get those Tour de France stage wins. By simply taking a look at Girmay's results, you can see just how dominant of a rider he is, ranging from the smaller day races all the way to the tours where he can really compete with the best of the best in the sprints. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and ride on.